Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson, the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm just going to center this a little bit more. It's wonderful to see you all this evening. If you've not been here before, go ahead and click that live chat button and introduce yourself, set any request for your personal healing or well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. You can request specific stones or just themes, and I can pick them for you, or a little bit of both, whatever feels right. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to check out scheduling a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all my social media and my email newsletter. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to start with some love for Patty and Key, who have some pretty intense stuff going on right now. So let's start there. Okay, so as usual, this is our crystal grid. It starts off with this beautiful mirror, which helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. We also have a copper spiral that helps to break up any unwanted energy. And this is peridot. This helps with breaking bad habits and cycles. Wonderful for letting go of jealousy, anger, and guilt. It helps with themes around friendship, and it's also lovely for, like I said earlier, breaking habits. This here is a manifestation quartz, and just as the name would suggest, this helps us to manifest or call in exactly what we're seeking. Think of it like a birthday candle in the grid. Everybody can make as many wishes as they want. So there is the manifestation quartz. And for Patty, I have some other stones here that could be helpful. So one, we have galena, which does have quite a bit of lead in it. So just a heads up on that. And hang on one moment. Let me turn down the light here. That's much better. So galena helps with energy protection, grounding, centering, physical level healing insights, and it also helps with reducing inflammation, and it's really helpful in healing boils, cysts, and even acne. It's lovely for the sense of smell, disorders of the veins, hair growth and health, as well as mental emotional transformation. This is also one that can be great for Saturn transits in your chart, as well as winnings of money and the return of things lost and stolen. So that is galena. We have sapphire. Very angelic. This is a lovely stone to help us connect not only with our angels but our guides, and also helps us to connect in mediumship and channeling. This helps with the eyes, ears, thyroid, supports anyone with dementia as well as those who love and care and support them. Also great for just bringing in those angelic healing energies, and brings in a powerful vibe of speedy justice. So we'll go ahead and bring in sapphire. And my neighbors are having a little bit of a cookout, so you will hear the West Philly. Okay, there we go. Next we'll bring in aquamarine. This also helps with calling in justice, and it's wonderful for the deflection of really just immature, low vibe, petty behavior, including more or less, I call this the anti-Karen stone. It's really helpful for that. It's wonderful too for teeth and gums, as well as circulation of body fluids, but wonderful for themes around justice. It's a may justice prevail type stone. So we'll go ahead and we will bring in that aquamarine and anhydro. Anhydro is a general name for any kind of quartz, which includes agates and jaspers and things like that. This is a really helpful stone. It has water actually trapped in it. So the crystal actually formed around water. So amazing. So this helps with fluid imbalance. It helps with releasing destructive emotional patterns. And most importantly here, it can help with determining the credibility of information as well as that of people. It's helpful too for accessing details of the future and the past, especially when doing any healing around either of those. And it's lovely with connecting with family history and making the best of relationships with difficult people. So that is Enhydro. So lots of love to you, Patty. And may Archangel Michael be with you and yours for sure. I know he is. He was with me earlier today. Okay. Flower, I wouldn't know how to have a neighbor anymore. My closest neighbor is a half-mile away. My closest neighbor is like on the other side of that wall. Okay, good stuff. And if I think of anything else, Patty, I'll add it. But yeah, we're here for you. Lots of love for you and Key. For JS, it's wonderful to see you. I know you may be watching this later, but set intentions right now and watch the replay. Yep. To meet new people so you can connect in new friendships and in dating. That sounds lovely. Let's do that. So we will bring in the tree agate as well as honey calcite. Honey calcite helps with optimism in challenging times. And it's really helpful for attracting the best people into your life right here and now, whether it's colleagues, neighbors, romantic interests, or friends. This helps sort of bring them out. It's also lovely for postmenopausal women, and it may not look like it, but I am one, so I'll bring this one in. Oh, and by the way, I went and had some imaging work done, so yeah, gave some blood, got an IV, super fun. So never mind my Band-Aids. Also, we'll bring in tree agate. This is sacred in Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, and it's deeply balancing body, mind, and spirit, regardless of how much has to move and in what direction to create that sense of balance. It helps with calming the physical and emotional nerves. It's lovely for dissolving the ego, providing a space of inner peace, and helping to notice, heal, and move on from negative habits and patterns. It's also wonderful for making new connections and even boosting the yield of crops. So all the best to you, JS. It's good to see you. I hope you enjoy the replay, and you're always welcome. Good to see you, Joanna. Still Not Still, Chris, Christina, T, Flower, and your whole crew. Let's see. I can stumble to my neighbors. Yeah, this is a very quiet building. It's the quietest place I have ever lived. It's awesome. Except maybe that one time I lived in central PA, but that doesn't count. But there's like a courtyard between this and like the neighboring building. And because it's like, stone and brick and old masonry, the echo, it just kind of comes down through. So if someone is just outside talking at a normal volume, you hear every word of it, even at a slight volume. So like that time of the year where we all have our windows open, we can hear everything. So let's see. Let's bring in some of Chris's requests. Let's bring in some leopard skin, rhodochrosite, malachite, green aventurine. Carnelian and moonstone. And we'll keep working through your requests. So Moonstone is helpful for connection to, of course, the moon and the lunar cycles, but really all the patterns and rhythms and cycles within nature. It helps us to connect with divine timing. It's protective of women as well as travelers. It helps to connect with the divine feminine. Wonderful for learning ancient healing techniques and spiritual systems. Wonderful too for attracting love, especially soulmate-based relationships. So we'll go ahead and bring some moonstone in here. There we go. We've also got some green aventurine, which helps us expand our vision of who we are and what we can be. It's lovely for helping heart rhythms, allergies, and eye problems. And it's also wonderful for fertility and just sort of boosting your confidence, helping you to say, you know what, I've never thought I could do this, but maybe I can. And I am also going to go ahead and just adjust this camera here. Yeah, the cats come up here sometimes and bat things around. Let's go ahead and I'll turn this down a little bit. The next I'm going to bring in is malachite. This is very connected with the Archangel Raphael and is lovely for helping with inflammation, arthritis, with the pancreas, pituitary, and spleen. Helps with processing difficult emotions so that we can move on and leave those things behind. Helpful too for anxiety, depression, insomnia, phobias and fears, as well as inflammation and arthritis. So that is malachite. And of course, I mention this every stream, and malachite's a good time especially to mention it, but I don't look at anything that I do as a replacement for any other kind of treatments, be they modern treatments or other kinds of holistic treatments. These are an amazing complement to everything. They don't contradict anything or interact with anything, but I still take medications. I take antidepressants. I have no shame about it. I don't think you should either. Do whatever you feel is best for your well-being, and I'm just here to support in every small way that I can. So let's go ahead and bring out next some carnelian. This helps with the sacral chakra, which is the center of relationships, the close, intimate relationships, as well as just relationships with community and society as well. Helps with romance and attracting romantic love. And it's also really helpful for colds, allergies, wound healing, and creativity. So let's go ahead and bring in that beautiful deep orange carnelian. I love the way it looks next to that green aventurine. Such a wonderful color collaboration there. Next, we'll bring in rhodochrosite. This helps with mother and child bonding and any kind of mother-child wounds. Helps too with stress headache, asthma, channeling and shamanic journeying, as well as the heart and circulation. So let's go ahead and bring that in here. There we go. Awesome. And leopard skin jasper. This helps with the healing of our animal companions, as well as the connection to our animal guides and guardians. It helps with attracting soulmate type love, as well as helps to heal anything impacting the skin and supports good coordination and balance. So we'll go ahead and bring in some leopard skin jasper. Let's go ahead and put it right here on top of the moonstone. Awesome. So good to see you. And let's see, any else that I want to add? Yeah, let's actually add in Herkimer too. So Herkimer diamond helps with boosting manifestation and with being in the present moment. This is one that helps us to connect to divinity and also allows us to boost our intuition. Helpful for harmonizing discordant energies, and it's also wonderful for balancing metabolism. So that is Herkimer diamond, which isn't really a type of diamond. It's actually a type of double terminated or two-pointed quartz that's found in the Herkimer, New York region of the US. So I will come back for the rest of your requests too, and thank you for being here. Okay. Hey, Lila Ray. You got it. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Thank you all, as always, for being so supportive of everyone else. What an amazing group. Every single night I do this, I'm like, what an amazing group of people. And like I said, never mind the West Philly and outsides. Let's see. Let's bring in some of Key's requests. So we've got red tiger eye, tiger iron, Amazonite. Red tiger eye, tiger iron, Amazonite, Septarian. Smoky, Sujolite. Prehnite. Let's bring in that prehnite first. So prehnite is lovely for any kind of divination, spiritual connection where you're like divining an answer to things, whether it's tarot reading or anything else, but especially if it's something like lucid dreaming. This is really helpful for dream work. Helpful too for anemia, gout, kidney, bladder. It helps to stop a wandering mind, especially during meditation or spiritual work. Really helpful for spiritual teaching and learning too. So that is prehnite, Prehnite. Next is Septarian. This works with the solar plexus chakra, the center of self and personal identity, and it helps us to really go deep and inward and look at ourselves and see what things we need to heal, and helps us in even being vulnerable as we do so. This is a lovely stone for understanding the root causes and beliefs that are kind of troubling our cycles, our patterns, and keep popping up in our life in an unhelpful way. Wonderful too for healing skin wounds and lesions, and it's great for muscle spasms, muscle pain, and healing wounds of the skin. Tiger iron, which is tiger eye that also has hematite and even red jasper in it. This helps with relieving fatigue, clearing and restoring the blood, and it's wonderful for just generally boosting energy and emotional balance, as well as clarity of thought. Helpful too for good boundaries, especially not taking on the trouble or burden of others. Wonderful for nervous kids, nervous animals, and for creativity. Helpful too for balancing and boosting the root chakra as well as the solar plexus. So that is tiger iron. Oop, there we go. Okay. Amazonite. So Amazonite is exceptionally helpful for self-respect and self-care, especially for folks who tend to think of everyone else before themselves. A great gift for a nurse or anyone that kind of is the glue that holds the group of friends or the family together. Helps too with calming as well as supporting the spine and spinal nerves, and it can help boost luck as well. So that is Amazonite. Sugilite is very much a stone of world peace and interconnectedness. This is all about unity consciousness and everything we would think of with the crown chakra. This is the idea that we are all interconnected, we're all interlinked, and what we put out into the world, we really put back into ourselves. So this can really support things like world peace, anti-violence, and neighborliness, camaraderie, and mutual support. So that is Sugilite. Smoky quartz helps with protection and transmutation. This can actually help to shift energy for the better. It's been used since at least the Middle Ages to help and protect items and property from theft. It's helpful for hope in uncertain times. Wonderful for anyone that struggles with chronic pain, and it helps with flexibility within the body and within the mind. Helps too with calming worry and bringing in, like I said, protection, but just so much spiritual protection. So we will bring in our smoky quartz, which can be this lighter, almost clear kind of smoky, all the way to an almost black in color. So that is smoky quartz. Red tiger eye is highly protective on the spiritual level against malevolent spiritual work. Also incredibly helpful if someone is bullying in the mundane everyday life. So gaslighting, triangulating, trying to split people up, rumors, things like that. Anyone that's trying to bully you or keep you out of the fray, this can help to really bring a halt to that energy. It's also really helpful with manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. So that is red tiger eye. And let's see what else we can bring in. Let's bring in some desert rose. Takes me a minute to get this out of here. And we'll also bring in some pink opal. So pink opal, ooh, pretty. Pink opal is helpful for renewal. It's wonderful for merging our intuition with our conscious mind and for supporting any self-healing or meditation practice. It's lovely for connecting with the angelic realms, the spirit realms, doing any kind of shamanic work. Lovely for the lungs, heart, spleen, and connective tissue, and helpful for diabetes, hypoglycemia, and attracting and maintaining a space of anti-violence. So that is pink opal. There we go. And desert rose selenite helps us to make big life changes, especially the ones that we work towards over a long period of time. It's lovely for redefining ourselves in the face of change or loss, and it helps with property deals, especially the paperwork behind them, as well as finding a new home or place to live. Helpful too for fighting off viruses, for the wellness of our animal companions, and for the health and well-being of really men's health in general. Helps too with perseverance in school and relieving upset stomachs, as well as dealing with skin issues, especially eczema. So that is desert rose selenite. Awesome. And I'll come back for the rest of yours too. And hey, Affirmation Station, good to see you. And for T, intentions around supporting depression, attracting employment. Oh, you're waiting to hear on an application, but you're stressed. Okay. Abundance, loneliness, and strong routines, including sleep. Gotcha. Stone-wise, amber, garnet, malachite, onyx. Amber, garnet, onyx, banded agate. And for loneliness too, I want to bring in some snowflake obsidian for you in addition to those. Snowflake obsidian definitely helps with loneliness, and it also helps with releasing guilt. It's helpful for calming overstimulation and generally finding balance on the body, mind, and spirit levels. Really helpful for inner peace, serenity, and cultivating a sense of hope once again after any kind of loss. It's also wonderful for clairaudience, which is the intuitive guidance that we hear. Black and white banded agate helps with perception and logic. Wonderful for gaining inspiration from our spirit guides and our angels. Helpful too for clearing and stabilizing your physical energy as well as the mind. Lovely for financial stability, especially after any kind of setback. And it helps with new beginnings and shifting perspective. Helps too with endurance, especially like having intentions for something but having to stick with it over time. So let's go ahead and bring in that black and white agate. There we go. Bring in garnet next. This helps with organization, creativity, and practicality. This helps with making the most of our resources, which very much includes our time. It helps us to find the best way to get things done. So whether you're looking at things that you've done for a long time and you're trying to find ways to create more time in your life, or if you have a new project you're looking at and you're trying to make it as efficient as possible, this is a great choice. It also helps with balance and strength, especially in times of change, big change. So there we go. It's a very Capricorn stone if you are into astrology. And it is the birthstone of January, which is my birthstone. There we go. Next is amber. Amber helps with depression, seasonal affective disorder. It helps to soften our attitudes and beliefs and outlook on the world. It's beautiful for creativity. It's very helpful for the gums and teeth, especially tooth pain and teething. Wonderful for attracting lasting love and breaking through emotional blocks. Helpful for releasing negativity, bringing in lots of luck, lots of protection, and it's very supportive of mental health and mental healing in general. This is amber, which is fossilized tree sap, and it is in China seen as the eye of the tiger kind of courage stone. So that's amber. And black onyx helps with grounding fear and anxiety, while also releasing self-doubt and bringing in lots of self-confidence. This helps us through lots of grief, and it can also help us to connect with the ancestors. Lovely too for protection against anyone who would play mind games. And just a lovely all-around grounding and healing stone. So we'll go ahead and bring in that black onyx. And there we go. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Good to see you. Intentions for safe travels for your stepson. Absolutely. So we have Moonstone in there, which is definitely helpful for travelers and protection there. This will actually help T as well with the intention of that new job. This is tourmalinated quartz. That's any quartz that has black tourmaline in it. In this case, it happens to be a green quartz. Black tourmaline is a stone that helps to repel energy. So when it's going through quartz, it breaks up really old, stuck energy. It helps to ground and release nervousness. It's lovely for breaking up old patterns like things from childhood, and for breaking up tissue in the body that needs to be broken up, like scar tissue, for example. Helpful too for new jobs, new gigs, new streams of income in general. And it's wonderful for good fortune, good luck, and it's very protective of travelers, particularly when traveling by car. So yeah, this is great for healing emotional trauma as well. So that is tourmalinated quartz. I hope that supports your stepson in the travels. And all the best to you, Lila Ray. Christina, throat chakra, and you have lost your patience and tact. It happens to the best of us, right? So let's bring in some dumortierite. Let's bring in some blue agate. Yeah, let's do that. So dumortierite helps with definitely with patience, and it also helps with anger, resentment, and frustration. It's lovely for helping you stand up for yourself. It helps to improve any situation that seems to be beyond hope, and it grounds Uranus type energy, like very chaotic type energy. Also good for Uranus transits in your chart. Helpful too for healing of ligaments and tendons, and in general too, it can be really helpful for tidiness. So if anyone's doing any big cleaning of the house this weekend or organizing, that is a great stone for it. So that's dumortierite. Another stone that's excellent for the throat chakra is blue lace agate. So this is good in a couple of ways. One, it can help us to express emotions that are really difficult to get out, and two, it can help to soften things that are that we have to say that might be difficult for someone else to hear. So it works in both ways. It's also helpful in general for tension headaches, skin allergies, sore throats, or anything impacting the throat really, and helping with arthritis and fractures. It's thought to be wonderful for the bones. So that is blue lace agate. So I hope that helps. And let's see, affirmation station, angel guidance, protection, and discernment. You got it. So angelite, celestite, we've got sapphire in there, which is a lovely angelic stone. And let's see what else we've got. Let's see, that'll definitely help. We have a couple of good ones in there too. Let's bring in this one. Yeah, let's bring in some jet. This brings in lots of protection. It's a very powerful protector, whether that's against like the evil eye, paranormal, bad energy in general. Extremely helpful. Also wonderful for deep grief. This is one of the first stones I would give a friend who is grieving. And it also helps with the anyone who works with anyone or has someone close to them who is soon to be passing over, and that includes animal companions. So that is jet. Jet is fossilized wood that has been fossilized through volcanic activity, like literally a volcano. It was a living tree and then it's been fossilized. So it helps with that like sudden shift and change. I'm also going to bring in azurite. This can help to bring in an awakening of the spiritual self, and it's lovely for insight and intuition as well as creativity. This helps with connecting to our spirit guides and also gleaning wisdom from them. Wonderful too for dissolving obstacles and energy blockages, as well as helping muscle spasms, spinal alignment, uncontrollable movements like tics, and it's also helpful for calming and quieting a racing mind, particularly if you're doing any kind of meditating or spiritual work. Angelite is exactly what it sounds like. It really helps to connect with our angels, a powerful protector. It also helps with enhancing our experience of sound healing. And this is one that can help us to connect with the angels, whether we are calling in the feeling of them around us or something a little bit larger, like actually connecting with them. So that is angelite. So let's bring in angelite. And then celestite. This also helps to connect with our angels and our guides, and it brings in a lot of discernment, helping us to decipher what is intuition, what is sort of a feeling, what might be a fear, if we're just not sure where that message is coming from. Celestite can help. It's also wonderful for connecting to our spiritual self, which can fundamentally change our experience of pain, but it's definitely one that helps us to powerfully connect with the angels. Angelite and celestite are very related geologically and both lovely angelic stones. So all the best to you, Affirmation Station. It's good to see you. Okay. And black tourmaline, you got it, flower. Black tourmaline helps to powerfully repel any kind of negative energy. This is one that I've gone so far as to crush it up and actually like sew it into curtains, making like stripes and kind of like hiding that within the, like I sewed on stripes and kind of just put some black tourmaline dust in there. Works like a charm. It also helps on a property line, in your windowsill. South Philly tested and approved. But this is lovely to carry around with you if you're someone who's empathic, if you take on the energy of others very easily. So it's a great stone for just energy protection in general. So we'll go ahead and we'll put some black tourmaline around. Yeah, really good cauliflower. Okay. Let's see. And T also requested some help with sleep. So let's definitely bring in some labradorite. Labradorite not only helps with sleep, it also helps with clairvoyance. That's our spiritual sight. Labradorite helps with calming disputes, and it can help to create a harmonious workplace. It's lovely for research, study, detailed attention, like when you really need to get to the nitty-gritty of things. And it's helpful for, just detailed attention, enjoying travel too. So that is labradorite. Labradorite is very connected to rainbow moonstone and moonstone. Geologically, they're very connected. In fact, rainbow moonstone is often, like in the jewelry trade, is called white labradorite. So there we go. That is labradorite. Let's see. Let's also bring in some chevron amethyst, pyrite, fuchsite, fluorite for sure. Fluorite can help us to find order in chaos, and that includes chaotic work environments too. So there we go. This can help with bringing comfort to new moms and babies, especially right after labor and delivery. It's very relaxing, and it can help to just be the eye of the storm, if you will. So that is fluorite. That's one that I'll often give to folks that work in just really chaotic environments, just to help them get along to it, especially if you're trying to like get used to that chaotic environment at first. Pyrite helps with boosting intuition while also providing lots of spiritual protection. This is one that helps with fever, lungs, the brain, and memory. So if you're studying for anything, this can be really helpful. It is close to gold. It's fool's gold. So it helps bring in the real stuff. So it's great at manifesting abundance. And it also is thought to be helpful for the side effects of radiation treatment. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Many folks also feel that pyrite is helpful for supporting the body to make the most of any energy healing. So there we go. That is some pyrite. Awesome. And kunzite. Pink kunzite helps with compassion, as well as love from commitment and healing the heart from heartache and heartbreak. It's wonderful for the hormones, puberty, chemical sensitivities and allergies, as well as neuralgia, bouncing back after anesthesia, and for new moms and sleepless babies, even for dealing with toxic bosses and bad work environments. So that is pink kunzite. Fuchsite helps with boosting our ability to just give in and have fun. It helps with connecting with the inner child, healing carpal tunnel syndrome, and with moving past sleep disturbances. This has been really helpful for me with that. Also wonderful for spinal alignment, but if you have trouble just relaxing and having fun and feeling like you just deserve to have that fun, it's a lovely stone to work with, fuchsite. So I'm just gonna move these around just a bit. There we go. That feels good. Okay. Chevron amethyst helps with tolerance of others, as well as relieving pain and tension. It helps us to connect with our guides and send messages up and hear the messages that are coming back in return. So it can help with manifestation and channeling and mediumship. It's also great for visionary work like shamanic journeying, scrying, anything like that. Helpful too for degenerative diseases as well. So that is Chevron Amethyst. Rose quartz is lovely for any time you feel emotionally depleted or overwhelmed and you just need some support. It's also excellent if you're making big changes in what you feel you deserve. If you feel like it's a stretch to learn that you deserve love, that you deserve to be treated well, that you deserve to have good things. This is a stone that you can work with over time to help you acclimate to that new worldview. So that is rose quartz. And let's also bring in some jade, some Super 7, and some ruby. And selenite. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Let's do that. Selenite helps to reflect nothing but pure white light, so this can be lovely for clearing the energy of self or even a space. It can also be used to clear the energy of your crystals. If you can never remember like where to clean them, how to clean them, go ahead and take a piece of selenite and rest your crystals on it. It'll deep clean them even over just a few hours. But don't put selenite in water. Not so good for it. But yeah, great for connecting with your guides, your angels. And we'll go ahead and put selenite there. Jade is fantastic for connection of body, mind, and spirit. And it's wonderful too for making our dreams a reality. Helpful for shifting our luck and fortunes for the better, and for resourcefulness, confidence, and grounding stress. This is a deeply empowering stone that can remind you to take care of yourself and prioritize yourself when needed. So that is jade. So let's go ahead and place these here. Awesome. Ooh. Sorry about that, everyone. For Super 7, this is fantastic for any kind of intuitive work, whether it's scrying, tarot cards, channeling, mediumship, anything, any way that you connect to your spirit guides. This is one that'll boost it. It's also helpful for working towards larger dreams and goals, and helps with strengthening our energy field or aura so that we're less inclined to take on the energy of others. Helpful too for inner peace, inner harmony, and also with collective unity consciousness. That's the awareness of the interconnectedness of everyone and everything. And this is a stone that can help you to connect to that idea that we are all one. It's helpful too for healing karmic factors and past lives, as well as healing the earth and the ecology. So that is Super 7. Here we go. Rhodonite is lovely for allergies, asthma, anything autoimmune. It's helpful too for healing any kind of any kind of past emotional abuse, as well as any insecurities, and it helps with healing the lungs in general too. It's lovely for balancing yin and yang in the body as well. So we'll go ahead and bring this in. Let's see. Yeah, let's put that here, here, and there we go. Awesome. And cool. So if there's anything else anyone can think of, let me know. I'm going to see what other ones seem like a good fit for our work tonight. Oh, let's bring in some rutilated. Some clear quartz. Peacock ore. I also have, there's a new crystal I got in addition to the pink opal that I'll bring in too. So first let's bring in this clear quartz. This can help to amplify the energy of any other stone around it. It can also help to amplify our intentions, anything we're manifesting. It's sort of like a blank slate energy booster. These are also double terminated or double pointed, that if you put them kind of vertically aligned in your body, that can help to align and balance the energy centers or chakras. So we will go ahead and bring these in because we have some really beautiful and pointed intentions tonight. So we'll hope that this helps bring those in. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Rutilated quartz is lovely for helping to focus energy where it's most helpful. So it's wonderful. Yes, I did put manifestation quartz. Hey, Renee, good to see you. Dioptase is not in there. I will happily add dioptase. Cool. So rutilated quartz, like I said, it helps to focus energy where it's most needed, which makes it wonderful to focus the mind. It's also really helpful for focusing the healing energy of medicines or practices where they're most helpful in the body. And for that reason, this has long been thought helpful for folks who have cancer, sort of like an intention of, I hope this helps with all of the treatments you're getting, that they go to where they're most helpful. It's also quite lovely for boosting energy when you're really run down. So that is rutilated quartz. The new stone that I brought in that I think everyone will love is opalite. Opalite is generally, there's very rare natural opalite, which usually isn't totally whitish. This is, like most opalite, a man-made glass. This can help with migraines, especially if they're paired with nausea. It can help balance the hormones and help accept what is meant to be, or the natural outcome of something, the natural course of events. It's helpful too for childbirth and supportive of the kidneys. It's wonderful for expression of really stuck or repressed feelings and emotions. And it's thought to help tinnitus or tinnitus. That's consistent ringing or noise in the ears. So that is opalite. There you go. Dioptase, excellent choice, Renee. Dioptase is very, very helpful when it comes to releasing any kind of self-neglect and encouraging us to take better care of ourselves. It's wonderful too for chronic fatigue and being in the present moment, and it helps attract a good love match. It helps too to ground partner worship in a way, and it's another one that's good for inner ear stuff, dizziness, vertigo, loss of balance. Helpful for stabilizing blood pressure, IBS, constipation, and ulcers, and overall cardiac support for the heart. It's wonderful too for making healthy changes in your life, boosting vitality and inner balance, and helps to bring a space of emotional stability. So that is dioptase. Peacock ore helps with executive function. That's high-level planning, that's order of operations, that's getting things organized, that's seeing things beginning, middle, and end, having big picture thought, but being able to focus and bring it all in. This can be a challenge for some of us that have PTSD, like myself, and for some folks that are on the autism spectrum or have ADHD, depending on how these things show up for you. So this is peacock ore or chalcopyrite. It's also wonderful for rebirth as well as actual literal birth, childbirth. So that is chalcopyrite or peacock ore. You have rutilated opalite, super pretty. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Oh, totally understood, Patty. Totally understood. Yeah, bloodstone and green onyx. Bloodstone, green onyx. Bloodstone helps with overwhelming emotions, especially when it's like emotional stuff hits the fan, if you know what I mean. This helps with lifting despair, giving us emotional stamina and perseverance for long-term healing. It's wonderful for relieving self-doubt, and it also helps us to quiet a racing mind and quiet a mind so that we can meditate or do any kind of spiritual work. So that is bloodstone. Bloodstone also goes by the name heliotrope in some parts of the world, including the UK. So that is heliotrope. Green onyx is great for grief and sadness, as well as moving forward despite emotional pain. Also really helpful for making decisions in alignment with your highest good. This is a stone I can even recommend if you're feeling like a sense of emotional shutdown. Green onyx can be this dark, or it can be much lighter, almost like a pistachio color, with a little bit of brown in it. It definitely is one of those stones that has slightly different color changes depending. So let's do, there you go. Hey, Godzilla Tai son. Oh, hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, opalite, you just bought a couple of pieces. You just bought a couple pieces weekends ago. Yeah. Were you here, Renee, were you here when I described it, or do you want me to go through what I've researched on it? Let's see, so that is green onyx. Let's see, what else can go? I know what else we can bring in. This one will work too. Hi. I've got a Gertie on my lap. A Gertie on my lap. A Gertie on my lap. A Gertie on my lap and a Gertie on my lap. Oh, the bo. Oh, the boba. Are you bringing in your healing kittiness? Yes, it is. Oh, the bit. Oh, the bit. She's been on my lap the whole time. I have another one to bring in. Oh, okay, you were here. Cool, Renee. Oh, you're having trouble with your ears too? I'll bring in some lapis too. That'll help. And there's one other that I wanted to bring in. I'm still working with it, so I don't have my own definition of it yet, but so Vivianite. I was able to pick these up at the Herbiary in Reading Terminal Market in Philadelphia. Vivianite. Pretty. So I'm going to be reading us a description of this one from Love is in the Earth, A Kaleidoscope of Crystals by Melody. Vivianite helps with quite a number of things, actually. It helps to convey both love and inspiration for life. It produces a glowing and pulsating beauty to the user. It has been used in the study of serology, or the study of crop markings, and bringing information concerning purpose and methods. It can also be used to provide details concerning interrelationships which were awakened during the time of construction. It is a stone for goal setting and goal attainment. Assists in recognizing that an optimistic goal may always be achieved over the obstacles of reality and the reflections of memory. It can assist in specific intent, like delineation of your very specific intent, and bring right-mindedness and knowledge to the clarity of the path. Vivianite has also been used to increase the assimilation of iron, decrease the presence of free radicals within the body, and assist in alignment of the spine, and to treat degeneration of the iris of the eye. And there is a warning in here not to use it for direct elixir, like putting it in water and then drinking it. I don't recommend that for any stone, but I'm not sure what's in this stone that's particularly harmful, but don't do that. So this is Vivianite. So I will bring this in. There we go. There you go. And more for inner ear is lapis. Lapis can be really helpful for inner ear, it's thought to help with hearing loss, but also help with vertigo and dizziness. It's wonderful for pain, inflammation, honest, open, truthful communication, for career improvement, as well as disorganization. It's also one that can help with personal responsibility. So definitely a great stone for when it comes to things like, sorry about that. Yeah, definitely a great stone for when it comes to kind of cultivating your sense of integrity. So that again is lapis. So I hope that that helps. Also, Renee, leopard skin jasper is helpful with that, and that's right here, right on top of the moonstones. So let's go ahead and bring this in. There we go. There we go. This grid came out really interesting. I love it. There we go. Ooh, beautiful. Yes, Reading Terminal Market still survives. Thank goodness, right? Yeah, they really struggled during the pandemic. They're still raising money and doing what they can to get out there. I was lucky enough to have a good friend of mine, a friend since I was 14, and his daughter, his 6-year-old daughter, they came down, and he's not good with directions or navigating downtown Philly at all. So he went to the convention center to bring her to there was some stuff before WrestleMania was in Philly. And so they had the convention center, there were like meet and greets and things. So he brought her to that, not the actual event, but brought her to that. And before they went in, we met up and we went to Reading Terminal Market, and they were like, this place smells amazing. Like, there's so much cool stuff. And then we were going to have lunch there, but we decided to take her to the Hard Rock Cafe because she plays guitar and loves guitars. And she was like, wow, that's a real guitar up there. And I was like, dude, let's go there for lunch. It was a great choice. She loved it. She absolutely loved it. She even got to sit in a real trolley, which she also loved. So she had a blast. But yeah. Oh, they were threatening to shut it down. Yeah, they're now shutting down the road that connects it to the convention center, the whatever they're calling the gallery now, the fashion district. Yeah, and then as soon as it was the fashion district, now they want to turn it into a sports arena, which would be terrible. But anyway, they're turning that into like an open eatery or something along those lines. So they're working on that. So yeah, but yeah, it survives and it thrives. And if you're ever in Philly, you need to go. Oh, you're welcome, Renee. Yeah, Reading Terminal Market is just one of those places. Every time I go and visit friends in Jersey or anywhere, I always like take a cooler with me and fill it up with stuff from Reading Terminal Market, like from lunch meats to everything else. Just kind of put them in the fridge there, and everyone just goes absolutely bonkers. If you've never had Amish food, if you're ever in Philadelphia, go to Reading Terminal Market. Tons and tons of Amish food. The Mennonites will serve it. It's absolutely astounding. Yeah, there's everything from flowers to coffee to herbs to local wine to Godshall's chicken and turkey to, produce stands. It's kind of absurd what you can get there. And if you know how to shop the produce stands, I have filled an entire backpack with produce for $13. So if you know how to work it, you can do pretty well. Absolutely wonderful. So many sweet memories have begun there. It is amazing. But yeah. There's definitely ways to survive and thrive on very little money there. So, and eat good on little money there. So let's go ahead and get into the healing. So those of you who've been here before, you know the drill. If you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. And the best way to help is to go ahead and think of anything you're grateful for, anything at all. That'll help lift the energy of where you're at. And since we're all interconnected, it'll help all of us together. And whatever it is you're grateful for that you feel comfortable sharing in such a public forum, go ahead and throw it into the chat. While you're doing that, I'm going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and then we're going to get into the healing. Whoa, not quite yet. Hang on. Ta-da! That's much better. So, so welcome to Community Distance Reiki. If you're new here, I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. The link is in the description, as are the links to all my social media and my email newsletter, which you should definitely be subscribed to if you want to get savings on any of those things I previously mentioned. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become kind of a catch-all term in the West for energy healing, but specifically I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. And that specific type is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created this practice in the 1920s in Japan during a time where teaching anything that could even be misattributed to a religion strictly forbidden with big time consequences. So this particular practice is to kind of describe the understanding of how energy works at the foundation of this practice. We're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which it's thought that everyone and everything are interconnected, and that spirit, in this case, however you define it, supports us with this beautiful, soul-affirming, life-supporting energy that flows through everyone and everything all the time, whether or not we're aware of it. And that this energy helps to support body, mind, and spirit in its daily healing and resilience. As this energy flows through each of us all the time, whether or not we're aware of it, it's not something our body is unfamiliar with, and our body, mind, and spirit work with all the time. So essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to use Usui's techniques to connect to this energy, direct more of it to you to support your body to come into greater sense of balance and healing. So to connect to this energy that I'm going to send, all you need to do is be open to it. And the good news is if you're here right now, you already are. So you don't need to do a thing. You don't need to focus on anything. You don't need to keep your mind silent, but I do suggest that you find a nice comfy spot to close your eyes. Whether you're sitting up or lying down, it might be a really good experience to do that, but you can also feel free to combine this with yoga, journaling, creativity, really anything that feels right to you, even throwing down a few cards for yourself. There's no wrong way to enjoy this time. But if you want to go ahead and have a beautiful nap, that's cool too. During the session, you may feel some physical sensations, some emotions may come up or get released. Mentally, you may get to a sense of like clarity and be able to think some things through. And spiritually, you may get some intuition or like larger spiritual type clarity that comes through. So all you need to do is just simply be and see how it feels to you. During the session, like I said, you don't have to focus on anything or keep your mind silent, but at any time, if you feel like you want to go deeper into the session or you feel like you got a little distracted or if you get up and get a cup of tea or something, no worries, just go ahead and take a deep breath in and out and you'll come right back into the session. I will send Reiki to you for 25 minutes, during which time I will go ahead and turn the lights down. You'll notice the colors moving slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe, and I will turn the music up. For those of you who've ever supported the channel financially, whether through buying crystals, scheduling a reading, super chats, making contributions to the links in the description, thank you so much. It helps me to continue to expand the crystals that we have, and it helps me to purchase great music made by a musician for me to play on stream. So thank you. At the end of that 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath in and out and slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes, and when you're ready, slowly come back to your body. And and then at that time, I'll be able to re-engage with you in the chat. So if you have any questions, if you have anything you'd like to share, that'll be the great time to do it. I'm here 5 times a week, same times every week. It's listed in the description. And if you ever feel like you need a Reiki session and I'm not live, good thing is Reiki is not limited to my human limitations. I can only be in one place at one time, but the Reiki can be here all the time. So anytime that you feel you need it, go ahead and find the past healing live stream list or just hit the live button and just look at all the past live streams, pick any old one. It'll be perfect and you can enjoy the healing whenever you need it. So thank you so much for being here. It is always an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. Thank you. And thank you most of all for being so kind and lovely, warm and supportive to each other. It means so much to me. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at that grid and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Oh, wow, that is something. Love it. This looks fantastic, everyone. Beautiful. Okay. You are grateful for coffee. Me too. Aw. Aw. Oh, lots of love to you, Flower. Oh, wow, Flower. Oh, and I did see your email. I will get back to you ASAP. I'm so behind in things. It's just like the yearly doctor's appointments. So many going on. Ugh. Okay. So, everyone, thank you for being here. And enjoy your session. I will be back for you in 25 minutes. Let Hattie's purrs bring you back. Thank you, little Hattie. Who's a good baby? You are a good baby. Who's a fearless leader? You are. You are. Thank you all so much for being here with me this evening. It's an honor and a pleasure. Oh, you're welcome, Catherine. Have a great weekend. Patty and Key, definitely email me throughout the weekend. Danielle at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. I'm going to get caught up on my email this weekend, I promise. But yeah, let me know how things are going. I'll do what I can on my side. Hey, you. Hey, you. Little Hattie. What's going on, little bones? Come here. What are you doing, little one? What are you doing? So I'm going to go ahead and thank you all again for all of your support. You all rally around each other, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Oh, thank you, Renee. I'll see you Sunday as well. And I will be here Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time for the next round of Community Distance Reiki. I hope you all have an incredible weekend. Do take care of yourselves, and bye for now.